What's up, guys? It's Chris from Forbidden Food TV. I've got a brand new food review for you guys today. Stick around, check it out, and enjoy the ride.
My name's Chris Gardner, part-time traveler, lifetime foodie. I travel many miles to find the best food that I possibly can. Healthy or not, it all has a spot in my heart. For the love of food, here on Forbidden Food TV. Let us get a little crazy.
What's up, guys? Brand new food review, brand new item I just found at Taco Bell while we were there tonight. It's called the Triple Steak Stack. Now, what it looked like in the pictures to me is almost like the double steak quesadilla that they had over the summer, but in like a wrap or just like a flatbread kind of deal, and it's coming in this foil wrapper here. It was a little expensive, $5.95 that was with tax for this thing. So let's get into it and let's hope this is worth $6 just for this. So this thing was $5.95, guys. So I really hope it is worth $6. This is kind of craziness. Okay, yeah. So basically, I already know what's in this is pretty much exactly what was in that quesadilla I mentioned earlier. You got the flatbread. And then it's triple, I don't know if I can unveil this, get this crack-a-lack. There's triple steak and there's a 3-cheese blend in there. And that's really, it's just a triple steak and triple cheese. So I guess we can get right back up to my face and we can see what this thing looks like on the inside once we break her open. So like I said a minute ago, this thing was $5.95 for this. Granted, this thing is probably like a foot long, probably. It is pretty decently sized. Here's going to be our first bite of the new Taco Bell Triple Steak Stack. So my first impression, well, first of all, there was definitely plenty of steak going on in there. They didn't really skimp on that. And for $6 they shouldn't. My first impression was the meat is really juicy. Steak is good. There's a good amount of cheese in there. The steak's fairly flavorful and all that jazz. But I think I need a second opinion. Now, for me personally, I'm not a big meat eater, believe it or not. For me, the steak here, it's tender, but I don't know. The steak to me almost seems a little chewy. By chewy, I mean a little too chewy, like almost like fat chewy. I don't know. It just tastes a little. It's not rubbery. It's still moist and it's still got some flavor, but it's just a little chewy, like chewier than I'd like it to be. Okay, now this is how we tell when it's Forbidden Food TV official. Do you see that right there? Do you see that? What is that? I'm going to even zoom in on this. Okay, we're going to zoom. That is a cheese bubble. That is a Forbidden Food TV official cheese bubble right there. Okay, now as we're getting towards this end of the situation, the cheese is getting thicker, which I like. If the cheese was a little more consistent all the way through like that, I think it would have been great. A lot of steak, not a whole lot of cheese. The cheese is kind of disappearing or it's not existent. So I feel like the beginning end had not much cheese, a little more, had a good chunk in the middle, and this end doesn't really have that much again. Alright, so what do I think of the Taco Bell Triple Steak Stack? Well, my initial impression was the price is a little high, $5.95 for this thing. So, initially I was a little skeptical of it being worth that much money. So consistency of the steak was, it was okay throughout it. Like I said, it's a little chewy in some spots. The cheese, the level of cheese was okay. Like I said, the beginning, the cheese was kind of, it was there. The middle, there was like lots of cheese, like globs of cheese bubble cheese. The steak towards the end of the wrap was better though. So it kind of stinks that it was like, oh, chewy steak, not much cheese. The middle of the sandwich, lots of cheese, still kind of chewy steak. The end, hardly any cheese, good steak. So it was kind of like inconsistent all the way through. The other thing is that double steak quesadilla that they did in the summertime, that at least came with, you can get a combo with this too, but I think it's just a drink. I don't think that's with chips or anything. But at least with this double steak quesadilla, it came with tortilla chips with salsa and sour cream. The price, I'd give it about, I'd give it maybe, it wasn't so hot in the price. I'm not going to give it a number, but the price could have been dropped quite considerably for what there is. It's steak and cheese. That's all that's in that. Taste was all right. Like the steak was juicy and moist and whatnot, and but the taste wasn't blowing my mind or anything. So I'd say taste would probably get maybe like a 6 on the taste. The flatbread, like I said, was just doing its job. So overall, including the price, which I think was a little high, the flavor was all right. I would give the Taco Bell triple steak stack, I would probably give it overall, I'd maybe give it a 6.5 or a 7. It was good. It was just a little pricey and a little too straightforward, I think, for something at that price point. I think we could have used maybe a little bit more toppings in there for something this simple and straightforward. But as always, it's been Chris with Forbidden Food TV. As always, subscribe to me here on YouTube if you haven't already. It's right down there. Right down there. There's a big red subscribe button. Unless Google's changed that too, you know? Unless YouTube's changed all that stuff too. But yeah, click that subscribe button down there. Follow me on Twitter. Like me on Facebook. Please do both of those, especially the Facebook and the Twitter, because there's not many of you guys following and liking the pages, and that's where all the good stuff happens, is on those pages. And that's like where all the exclusive content is between the videos. And yeah, you guys just need to be there. So as always, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, all of those .com/Forbidden Food TV, and I will see you guys next time.